Yes, my children, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on planet Earth. Yes, today again we are going to look at some of the soft warning, you call them soft warning because these kids here in Africa, and in most part of the world, like places like Philippines, places like Guatemala, they don't have the luxury to hear these tunes. These are what you call a reggae, real reggae tune, but it's for teenagers. You know, there is a reggae tune which is the high class reggae tune, the one of a nuclear war siren. The nuclear war siren. That's a reggae tune for high-class citizens and everyone. But this tune is for teenagers. And the one which you've been listening to all along when the Rastafari, these men who have dreadlock rastas, when they come to see you in the villages, they are say, we are the Rastafarians. They play Mickey Mouse songs. Mickey Mouse what? R&B, Mickey Mouse reggae. Because in the Mickey Mouse reggae, you can kind of get a bottle of champagne and you jump up and down, and that is not reggae. That's Mickey Mouse reggae. A real reggae tune is the one when a siren, a nuclear weapon siren goes off, and it gives you 3 minutes. 3 minutes to look for a place to put your head or to hide before a nuclear weapon explodes. And when the nuclear weapon explodes, it obliterates whatever that is inside. Even if say 100 story building, it will be count of reduced rubble. It will be reduced rubble. You know, rubble is like dust, and then this effect covers a radius of 20 miles or 20 kilometers. Can you imagine a city like New York, how it would look like if we had sent about 5 of these whatever nuclear warheads, because we have them in Nevada desert. We have to keep our assets, wealth assets for our children to inherit our knowledge, advanced knowledge in is it foolishness or drunkenness or what? We have assets. We inherited the liability. You can mix the hunger, you mix the mingle, the ability, the assets, and you say we are wealthy, we are very rich. You take these nuclear warheads, you may pile them up and say this is inheritance for our future generations. And we are wise men, aren't we? my man, young boys and girls, I wanted you to hear this thing here. It's called the siren. The siren, people here in Africa, and some, because when I was at Harvard University, they never used to put on these things for us. They never do, because these are things that but they must be given to the public. The public must be given a chance to see where their taxpayers' money goes, is invested. Because we have to put this one on every weekend and say, this is what we invest in, and this means this is a warning that there's airplanes are flying over, like when you flew over Germany. Because I was a living human being in Second World War. None of you today, we are living human beings. I was a living human being in Second World War, and I flew a bomber from England all down to we passed Berlin and go to the other side of whatever. I dropped the bomb there on my way back to England. My plane was shot. I was shot out of the sky. So the plane kind of whatever, and I found myself that I was a 5-year little boy in Palestine. That's when I became a black man. After that, after when the war was about to, the First Second World was about to finish, then the East Europeans invaded Palestine. They invaded Palestine. That is the last day I looked at my skin as a white man. Today my complexion is a black man. So I wanted you people to learn, you Africans, because you don't have the right shot to hear the real reggae, some of the reggae tunes. A reggae tune means you have, when you hear it, if you are in a war zone, like when you are in Ukraine, if this thing goes on in Ukraine, you have to look for a place to hide so that the bomb is not stopped on your head. And that's why it's called a reggae tune. The one you've been listening to when I say, generous Rastas. Yes, generous Rastas. They say, you damn they call damn bastards. The bombs they call them damn bastards. They drop and they break even whatever. So, my people, you don't know what is going on in our industry of brain kind of restructuring. We are trying to phase out these reggae tunes, and we bring a new future generation where men live in a village, a global village. No nuclear weapons, no dirty things like that, no sirens. Everyone, my boy from whatever you say, hi, people of Kansas, is it? No, Chicago. How are you today? I'm right here in Dublin or in Durban in South Africa or Namibia. How are you guys? We don't need these dirty things. The God gang, damn bastard. They call damn bastard. The bomb has clusters. When the clusters come out, they chop off your leg. They can chop off, leave you with the deadly scars. Some of your body parts are taken by this dummy. That's why you taught me and said, use these reggae tunes. Tell these boys that we have kind of invested in your future inheritance. Do you really like this to be your future inheritance, young ladies and men? Or you prefer the Azan thing? Because the Azan thing, the Azan, which is a Muslim whatever, it gives you time to take ablution, cleanse yourself, cleanse your nose, cleanse your arms, cleanse your hair, and you get enough time to prepare yourself for Salat. Prayer, Salat is prayer. But this one doesn't give you any whatever. When you hear this, if you're in a war zone, whatever, enclave, you will search for a place to, before you bomb, they're cluster bombs. The cluster bombs, it drops and they generate whatever, they pierce whatever they come across. And some of you here, I hear you are my land friend. When I was in Harvard University, I used to have a friend say, hey, land friend, would you like a tot of whiskey? I said, my friend, I am your friend, but I never use this thing that called whiskey. Whiskey or Smanya, Babita, Jack Daniels or champagne. Whenever I pour that in this hole in my head, it sets up this alarm. Either the reggae, the real serious reggae tune, which says, leg off. When you say leg it off, you have to run faster than Usain Bolt. I don't know whether you know Usain Bolt, that Jamaican boy. You have to be faster than him when the nuclear warhead is nuclear silent goes off. So with that, you as Africans, you never had any Russians, even some Europeans, they've never had this silent. Well, there are things that we don't take care, but a chunk of your taxes is spent investing these things for future generations. Which is a very wrong investment, isn't it? It's a liability. Inherit the liability from Second World War into this whatever, and they want to pass it to our future generation. They come here and say, no! Young men of today, find a way to stop men carrying guns and manufacturing weapons on this planet. That way, you create an environment where you live in a global village, where a child, a boy from Conakry can speak to a guy, whatever, in Japan or China, on a level that you're all in one global village of Muslim living creation. The same way you live in the jungle in the Amazon. Me as a tree, I'm not here. I'm not here where this silence is going on. I'm already here there in the Amazon. We invest in for human beings. We invest in human being interests. we grow leaves, we are growing leaves, and foolishly enough, when men come to Amazon, they cut the trees down. That's why we say, men, try as much as you can to plant trees. Any tree that you come across, either where you are, it's not an idea for whatever. It's an investment, and the tree does not eat itself. It does not eat itself. It's human who get fruits from it. Sometimes you get medicine from a tree. But it's an investor which invests in your interest. Then it's some of you, they go out of your head and say, hey, that tree said Allah Akbar. Let's chop this branch off. I've seen it here in the country called, is it the Kingdom of Zamonda? They got it in the Gambia. And the Senegal and Mauritania and all. If your tree says Allah Akbar, because they were invaded by Pentecost. The men who say, take your pants off. They were invaded by Pentecost. Once you see anything which is Islam, a dry country like this, you don't need to cut any tree. You don't need to chop whatever tree. You would beg to grow as much tree as you can, as fast as you can before this very deadly heat that is encroaching on every corner of this planet. Before it becomes, it manifests itself. So with that, I wanted young men and girls to hear this kind of beautiful reggae tune. This one is when the planes are flying, hovering, they are coming to drop bombs. This is that which drop what you call a nuclear weapon can be triggered off from a submarine, from somewhere. But because it's connected, they will switch on the whatever, say something is on its way. So that way the men will switch on and say, you have 3 minutes to take cover. And that 3 minutes is useless. So we've said, let's compare this to an azan. Azan is when you say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. And you call people to come and do salah, to pray. It's either a Fajr prayer or Dhuhr prayer or Asr prayer. We as human beings, we are commanded to have 5 prayers in a single day. That is a provident directive from Allah. Men should go on their mat, prostrate 5 times a day, and glorify Allah and say, Ya Allah, what a beautiful day that no one kicked me in the head today. What a beautiful day. So with that, I'm trying to organize men and women of the future generation. Because for me, I'm a tree somewhere in Amazon. Amazon is in Brazil, somewhere between whatever. We are investors there. We are collecting green gas into our bodies, and we kind of try to cool the planet down. Over there, whatever, in our council, we said they tell these human beings, whenever they can, to plant trees, at least 10 trees every month. But then, men, you know what they do? They invest in this thing. This is a warning for planes which drop bombs. There's precision guided bombs. It takes off from a plane and it's a brave, you know. So with that, my friend, me, I've got nothing to lose. But if you kind of walk into my territory, you might, even if you gathered all the nukes in America, nukes in Russia, nukes in Japan, in China, nukes in India, and say, let's drop it at this Amazon first. I'll just say, I'll just say, I say, I laugh. I say, what kind of joke is this? These kids have no sense. They think I'm here as an enemy, but I'm the best thing that they've ever had. If I wasn't here as a forest, an investor in the forest of whatever, you have nothing to eat your little thing called human beings. Anyway, I just wanted the men to know that, especially young men and young boys, this is, if you are to listen to hate what I say, you can listen to the Azan. If you don't want to listen to Azan, compare this silent to the Azan. This is not a proper reggae tune, but the teenager reggae tune. The teenager reggae tune is that it's not a Mickey Mouse tune. The Mickey Mouse tune is when a man comes with dreadlocks, they call them dreadlock rastas, on the village with a band and they switch on the karaoke thing and say, we are the Rasta, generous Rastas. I said, no. Me, I'm a very kind of open, real father of Rastafari. And I tell them, man, when we are on Mars, this boy started doing this. I said, you boys, put their houses in order before I throw you out of our planet Mars. The boy said, no, Dad, we like the we call them nuclear explosion. They call them they say they are mesmerizing. The same way you go on when the New Year's Day and they blow and it's called fireworks. The boy said we like the fireworks. I said, my children, this is called fireworks, but you're doing nuclear weapons. So that time everyone went out of their head. Everyone what they could do was to mass-produce nuclear, and Mars became a zone, a deadly zone for any living human. So I give some of the boys and say, as you of a planet, you got planet Earth, that is the only safe place now for a while, for a short time. If you get there and you go back into this foolishness, I'll come and look at what you've been up to. If it is similar to what it was here, because Mars is now a very radioactive planet. Once you put your foot there as a human being, your brain will kind of worry to go into a certain zone that you find yourself, you lose your brain, you lose every part of you will be kind of ingested, to ingest itself, your body will ingest itself. So with that, I try to tell boys here, my children, do not take these tunes as a joke. They never told you what a real reggae tune. This is not the real reggae tune, but it's a reggae tune for teenagers. Teenagers, you fly what you call in our Mickey Mouse industry, we fly the kites. You know the kites, you put it on whatever like this. This one, the teenagers, they can use what you call they do kind of but they fly we call helicopters. You go into hell and then you come. And then you hop like a frog and hell you fly over. These are planes, they drop cluster bombs. So with a cluster bomb, when you are in at the front line, when the sound goes, you have to look for a place to put your head with a cluster bomb. Cluster is it comes out with things are very deadly. So that way, I'm trying to teach these Africans, we can never had an interaction, they can never hear it. Some even European, Indians, whatever, they've never had these things. When they go on whatever, they tell them, you want to listen to reggae? Reggae, yeah, we say, redemption, this is it's not a full super reggae song. The super reggae song is the one whereby a nuclear silent. She goes off and everyone runs, but you have to run faster than the same ball. When you can't run faster than yes, and when you do that, you cannot outpace a creature like me. You cannot outpace me. That's what I told my boys before I sent them here. That you go on planet Earth, but never invest in these mesmerizing, what you call, for your children you call them fireworks. Well, now Christmas, is it Christmas Day or New Year's Eve? And they say New Year's Eve they see the fireworks. They used to call it who are kind of, whatever. They say, no, we want the real mesmerizing, whatever. So I said you have to use to accompany it with a warning, which is once that reggae, whatever, you have to be very careful. So with that, some of these dirty things. These boys, they say, that door is very wide open. You can push, can you? There is a fly here which cannot see me. So then I said to the boys, never use this, whatever. This silent thing. If you ever hear it, the nuclear silent thing, it means the real reggae, super reggae song. It means take or run as fast as you send now, faster than you send ball. When you do that, you have to look for a place to put your head because it gives you 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes, when a nuclear whatever hits the ground, a city like New York, nothing can survive in the radius of 20 kilometers, 20 miles. Because it generates a wave. A wave that obliterates even a 100-story building will be produced rubble. But this is what you invested last year. If I was to tell you that the American government invested $80 trillion, $80 trillion as a future investment for the kids. for the kids. If you were to invest that money for children and whatever, you could make Amazon for whatever and put it over the entire United States. So everywhere there's trees and the trees are happy, the humans are happy. They don't be fire like what was in California a few days ago. You wouldn't be there. Because the environment will be testing and say, me as an environment, as I said, me as a tree, I have a tongue which tests what is here, so I test and so many whatever in the atmosphere. And that way you as human being, you cannot do that. You have to take this and manufacture whatever, and then you become kind of under the... did you drink a bottle of champagne? Young lady, did you have any champagne this morning or you had cognac? No, I had cognac because they said the bishop said if we drink cognac or John Walker or Jack Daniels, that way we walk like we feel like Superman. We become Superman. We can smell the alcohol stank. There was a lady who lived next door saying that Shada Bishop, the pastor said, you can drink a bottle of champagne and cognac all mixed together so that you can be able to walk naked in the street. That is okay with us. That's okay with us. Okay. I was telling these girls that these Africans, they never had any luxury to hear this silence. And some boys in Brazil or whatever, they've never had the luxury to hear this reggae tune. You say half reggae tune. There's a Mickey Mouse reggae tune, there's this half reggae tune, or teenager reggae tune, and there's a super reggae tune. The one of a nuclear war, silent. That's what you call a reggae tune, because once you hear it, it says, get on your mask, get ready, set, and then bam, it says go. And you have to run faster than you said ball. And even if you went faster than you said ball, from here I say, you cannot outpace me because the nuclear warhead will hit and will generate a wave to the radius of 20 kilometers, 20 miles. So who is fooling who? You spend $80 trillion on this dirty thing? Oh, you invest in the Azan, the beautiful thing. Let's look for the Azan if we can. Let's look for the Azan, see whether we can get the Azan and compare. Young ladies. Compare. Let's compare. Let's compare and see what mother, this whatever says. This is something that we kind of listen to when we are in the morning at Fajr prayer. That's over somewhere in Turkey. Boys are waiting for the Zohar prayer. That is for Zohar prayer. And that is in Dubai for I think answer prayer. That's Masjid Al-Zayed. And where else are we heading? This Azan, a very beautiful call for prayer. It gives you enough time to cleanse yourself, cleanse your nostrils, and every part of you. And then you get your mat, prayer mat. You can even wipe a little bit of perfume on it. So you enjoy yourself. You enjoy the beauty of being a living human being, not the silent thing. This is again where is this? This is in Sharjah. I think of Sharjah or something like that. But that is also in Dubai. We have a lot of very beautiful mosques in Dubai. We have very, very, very beautiful mosques in Dubai. You see? Boys are always kind of, the best investment any human being can ever do is not to invest in a beautiful car. You can't drive a beautiful car, but you have to invest in a house. This is a house, a beautiful mosque. Look at it. When you go there to thank Allah, you love the mosque because it's very beautiful. But if your house that you live in is looking more better than the mosque, sometimes they are errors. Sometimes you feel kind of when you do salah in a mosque which is not very beautiful, not equivalent to your house. It's as if because in your house is really inside your house you get. There's crimes, people commit crime in their houses. They can't molest their own children. They can't beat their own wives. But in the mosque you cannot do that. Yes, there's some men who have gone crazy. But in the mosque you cannot do that. If it was a clean mosque, a very beautiful mosque, angels, they look from a very far distance. Oh, that's a very beautiful. Let's go and do our prayers in that one. So whenever you invest in a mosque, because Allah has commanded every human being to build a mosque. If you can't build a mosque better than that, which looks better than the house you live in. There's a girl up here who is always, she started drinking when she was 5 years old. Her mother used to drink alcohol. She kept on drinking, and I always said, young lady, keep out of this business of alcohol. Otherwise, life ahead is very difficult, complicated if you continue on in the lineage of alcohol abuse. Yeah, we are in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi. This is Masjid Al-Zayed. Masjid Al-Zayed, very beautiful mosque. This is Taka. This is Taka or Jordan, between the border of Syria and whatever, and Taka, something like that. So my people, I just wanted to show you that Azan is a very, very beautiful call for a reminder for men who intend to cleanse their bodies from the bondage of foolishness. If we have to jam down kind of in that mosque there, it's a mosque, it's found in Turkey. Very beautiful mosque. Very, very beautiful mosque. So, my people, the best way is to invest your investment on this planet is better catered for when you invest in a mosque. But you say you invest in nuclear war, silence and war weapons. I think that's what you call Allah says in the Holy Quran. That is loss. Loss. When you invest in nuclear weapons, that is what Allah calls loss. Invest in whatever, that is loss. But if you invest in a mosque, it's never a loss. Because if an angel came and did salah there, if an angel prays enters a mosque and does his prayer there, that mosque will be protected by Allah, at least for many centuries. You understand my point? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for working with me. Maybe next time we look at what is these boys who sing reggae music or super reggae music, complete mouse reggae music. What should we do? My advice: pick a line from the Azan and put it in your head. The Azan is a call of prayer for all Muslims, for all human beings. It's very gentle, very, very sweet, very, very sweet, very. The Azan is sweeter than the honey, a bee collects honey. But this Azan is sweeter than the honey that you've ever tasted. That's how our last piece about it. The sweetness of Azan is sweeter than the honey that they collect. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar.